Welcome to this article on the Genome India project. What is a genome? Every organism's genetic code is contained in its deoxyribose nucleic acid or DNA, the building blocks of life. The discovery that DNA is structured as a double helix by James Watson and Francis Crick in 1953, for which they won a Nobel Prize in 1962, was a step in the long continuing quest for understanding how genes dictate life, its traits, and what causes diseases. A genome, simply put, is all the genetic matter in an organism. It is defined as an organism's complete set of DNA, including all of its genes. Each genome contains all of the information needed to build and maintain that organism. In humans, a copy of the entire genome, more than 3 billion DNA base pairs, is contained in all cells that have a nucleus. Has the human genome been mapped before? The Human Genome Project, or HGP, was an international program that led to the decoding of the entire human genome. It has been described as one of the great feats of exploration in history. Rather than an outward exploration of the planet or the cosmos, the Human Genome Project, or HGP, was an inward voyage led by an international team of researchers looking to sequence and map all of the genes, together known as the genome, of members of our species. Beginning on October 1st, 1990, and completed in April 2003, the HGP gave us the ability for the first time to read nature's complete genetic blueprint for building a human being. What is the Genome India project? This project is being spearheaded by the Center for Brain Research at Bengaluru-based Indian Institute of Science as the nodal point of about 20 institutions, each doing its bit in collecting samples, doing the computations, and then the research. Its aim is to ultimately build a grid of the Indian reference genome, to understand fully the type and nature of diseases and traits that comprise the diverse Indian population. For example, if the Northeast sees a tendency towards a specific disease, interventions can be made in the region, assisting public health, which make it easier to battle the illness. The other institutes involved are AIIMS Jodhpur, Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology Hyderabad, Center for DNA Fingerprinting and Diagnostics, Institute of Genomics and Integrative Biology, Gujarat Biotechnology Research Center, IIIT Allahabad, IISER Pune, IIT Madras, IIT Delhi, IIT Jodhpur, Institute of Bioresources and Sustainable Development, Institute of Life Sciences, Mizoram University, National Center for Biological Sciences, National Institute of Biomedical Genomics, National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences, Rajiv Gandhi Center for Biotechnology, and Sher-e Kashmir Institute of Medical Sciences. Let's understand what this project will be doing. The Genome India project hopes to form a grid after collecting 10,000 samples in the first phase from across India to arrive at a representative Indian genome. This has been found necessary as over 95% of the genome samples available, which are the basis of new cutting-edge research in medicine and pharmacology, use a white Caucasian genome as the base. Most genomes have been sourced from urban middle-class persons and are not really seen as representative. The Indian project will aim to vastly add to the available information on the human species and advance the cause, both because of the scale of the Indian population and the diversity in India. So who is an Indian? The Indian subcontinent has been the site of huge migrations over the last several centuries. Scientists associated with the project recognize that while the first migrations were from Africa, later too there were periodic migrations by various populations, making this a very special case of almost all races and types intermingling genetically. This can be seen as horizontal diversity. Moreover, later there has been endogamy or intermarriage practiced among distinct groups, resulting in some diseases passed on strictly within some groups and some of other traits inherited by just some groups. This is what scientists term as vertical diversity. The studying and understanding of both diversities would provide the bedrock of personalized healthcare for a very large group of persons on the planet. Thank you for listening to this article on the Genome India project. For more such articles, install the UPSC Practice app from the App Store.